Hello everyone, this is Victoria Korogotsky. Welcome to this presentation on Universal Design for Learning. Today we will explore how this framework transforms education by making it accessible for all learners. Understanding UDL is important for creating learning environments that serve our increasingly diverse student population. Let's look at how this framework can add to our teaching practices. Our discussion will cover four main areas: the foundations and core principles of UDL, key components and implementation strategies, critical perspectives and challenges, and finally, we will look at the discussion questions. This structure will help us understand both the theoretical framework and practical applications of UDL. Let's clarify what we will achieve today. By the end of this presentation, you will understand what UDL is as an educational framework, why it matters for making learning accessible, and how it works based on scientific research about learning. Universal Design for Learning emerged from Ron Mace's architectural principles that revolutionized building design in the 1970s. We can use an analogy. Think of the curb cuts. Originally, they were designed for wheelchair access, and now they benefit parents with strollers, delivery workers, cyclists, and this is what UDL does. It makes learning accessible for everyone. Center for Applied Technology, or CAST, adapted these principles for education, grounding them in neuroscience research about how the brain learns. Universal design was applied to education in two ways. First, through built-in flexibility, and second, through improved access to information and learning. If you would like to learn more, please watch a video provided on this slide where CAST co-founder David Rose tells the story of how the concept of universal design of learning was developed. Research shows three distinct neural networks involved in learning: recognition, strategic, and affective networks, which directly inform UDL's core principles. These principles align with specific brain networks and learning processes. The affective networks govern engagement and motivation, the why of learning. Recognition networks handle how we gather and categorize information, the what of learning. And strategic networks manage how we plan and execute tasks, the how of learning. For example, in teaching a math concept like fractions, we engage students through real-world problems, why, present information visually and numerically, what, and allow students to demonstrate understanding through various methods, how. The first principle focuses on engaging learners through different approaches. We can tap into students' interests and motivation by optimizing individual choices, fostering collaboration, providing options for students' effort, and developing self-assessment skills. This principle recognizes that learners differ in what engages them. To optimize engagement, we can think of these practical applications. For individual choices, let students select their project topics or presentation formats. We can foster collaboration through structured group work and peer feedback sessions. Sustain effort by breaking large tasks into manageable chunks with clear milestones. develop self-assessments through reflection journals or progress monitoring tools. For example, in a writing assignment, students might choose their topic, work in peer review groups, and submit drafts in stages. Also, they can use rubrics for self-evaluation. Multiple means of representation ensure that information is accessible to all learners. This includes offering alternatives for visual information, providing options for language and symbols, supporting comprehension, and activating background knowledge. Different learners process information in different ways. Information presentation should be varied and accessible. For visual content, we can provide text descriptions and verbal explanations. To support comprehension, we can highlight patterns and big ideas. Here are some examples. We can provide both digital and printed materials, use graphic organizers for complex concepts. We can offer vocabulary in multiple formats, text, audio, visual, and connect new information to prior knowledge. In science, this might mean combining text explanations with diagrams, videos, and hands-on experiments. Now we get to the third principle, multiple means of action and expression. This principle acknowledges diverse ways students can demonstrate their learning. We give students flexibility in showing what they know and what they can do. And we can do it by offering different response methods, using multiple tools, building fluency gradually, and enhancing monitoring capacity. Practical examples include allowing essays, presentations, or video projects for assignments, providing text-to-speech and speech-to-text tools, offering digital and physical manipulation tools in math, and using scaffolded templates to demonstrate the understanding of complex tasks. In a history class, for example, students might choose to demonstrate understanding through a traditional paper, a documentary video, or even a historical reenactment. UDL benefits multiple stakeholders in education. Students with disabilities gain built-in accessibility and reduced need for individual accommodations. The general student population benefits from flexible learning approaches and enhanced engagement. Faculty experience more efficient course design and improved teaching effectiveness. And institutions create more inclusive learning environments and align better with accessibility policies. Research shows that UDL benefits extended beyond accessibility. Studies report increased student engagement and satisfaction across all ability levels. Faculty report improved teaching effectiveness and reduced need for individual accommodations. For example, we can provide lecture materials in multiple formats, and this can help students with disabilities, international students, multilingual students, and those with different learning preferences. Digital tools and flexible assessments benefit everyone, not just those with documented needs. Over time, UDL has evolved in educational policy and practice. For example, Every Student Success Act, ESSA, of 2015 and National Education Technology Plan required UDL implementation in K through 12 education. However, there are some implementation challenges. Experts disagree on fundamental aspects of UDL, and this creates a gap between theory and practice. The concept of exclusive inclusion raises concern about whether UDL truly serves all students, particularly those with significant disabilities. Implementation barriers include technology, infrastructure needs, faculty training requirement, and maintaining instructional consistency. Current studies emphasize the need for more research, refined assessment methods, and better alignment between policy mandates and classroom practices. Success requires systematic planning, clear implementation guidelines, and sustained professional development. These challenges highlight the importance of bridging the gap between policy requirements and political implementation. Implementing UDL effectively requires a systematic but yet flexible approach that aligns with instructional design principles. We can start by identifying instructional goals and potential barriers, then develop multiple pathways for learning and assessment. Key strategies include providing content in various formats, offering flexible assessment options, and using technology purposefully. For example, pair video lectures with transcripts, allow choice in assignment formats, and ensure that digital materials work with assistive technologies. The key to successful implementation might be to start small and build gradually. It is beneficial to focus on the UDL principles at a time, one principle at a time. Maybe beginning with the multiple means of presentation in your current course. Then you can gather student feedback, assess effectiveness, and adjust accordingly. We need to remember that UDL implementation is iterative. Each semester provides opportunities to enhance accessibility and engagement while maintaining academic rigor. Now let's look at the discussion questions that I hope can deepen our understanding of UDL. First, think of a balance between flexibility and structure. How might we maintain clear learning objectives while offering multiple pathways of success? So balance is critical for effective course design. If we think of evidence of effectiveness, what outcomes do you think would demonstrate successful UDL implementation in your context? Consider both quantitative measures like student performance and qualitative indicators like engagement and satisfaction. And finally, let's reflect on how UDL principles might enhance or challenge our current instructional design practices. What specific elements could be adapted to better serve diverse learners while maintaining academic rigor? Thank you very much for watching. I hope you will find this presentation helpful. Here are my resources that I used in preparation of this presentation. I will also include the PowerPoint so you can watch the video, and I will upload it to the discussion board. Thank you.